Um, Here is my 4.6 React JS node assignment. We've already started our servers here, and our database is populated already. Let's see. It pulls up the first 10. I could remove the pagination, but I did not. The deletes work. You can you can create a new one. And we get a new object in the DOM here. You can also do the same for the trainer. And a trainer will be created as well. We get 201 created statuses on both of those. Let's see. For some reason, I could not get it to populate. This bar here is a second component for rendering after the create is called, but for whatever reason it does not populate. I think there's a conflict between pulling from the API and using the singles. I couldn't figure it out in the logic like at all, and I tried many many things. Let's see. I think what's causing my issue is, where am I? I'm in the trainer controller. I don't need that or that. Let's see. I think this is causing our issue. We've got, oh, maybe I just figured it out, but maybe not though. We've got our set Pokemon data here as our constant for the use state, but and that works for the API data. This is the ones that are displaying. However, let's see. These here, when I try to pass it along as a what do you call it? Not a component, not a variable. Doesn't matter what it's called right now. But when I tried to pass it along to the card here, it still for some reason doesn't render, even though I made a separate card just so they wouldn't conflict. Where's the app? Here's the app. We initialize. Nope, that's not it. I don't even know why I was telling you that anyway. I try to set it here, but whatever reason, it just doesn't work. Maybe it's setting it after the component loads, so maybe there's some logic to keep the component from loading until the data comes back. I imagine that's some kind of, maybe I needed to async here or something, not sure. Let's see. And I also tried to pass the, golly, the word, it keeps popping into my head and then I forget. What is it called? Maybe if I hover, it'll tell me. And it doesn't. But anyway, for whatever reason, when we try and pass it along as a thing that you pass along, it does not go. I don't know why when we pass it from here to our app, it doesn't display, but I did get it to display what's already in the database. You can check to make sure that they are being created and deleted. That is up to you, but they are both working for the creation and deletion and the get all. For right now, we just have the get all grabbing 10, so it doesn't render 151 cards on the screen. As far as the app goes, we've got, come on, stop doing that to me. I just want you to minimize. We've got some dynamics things going on here. I very much appreciate Bootstrap for this. When I learned it, it just clicked, and I've never went back. So I appreciate that, and I use it every chance I get. It's just so smooth. But yeah, you get the point. I was gonna render pictures and set it up to look like a Pokemon card, but it was getting a little too convoluted when the assignment was to just get something on the page. So I stopped here. I did a little bit of styling. We've got our old Game Boy font here, which I love. And I should have put some logic in to automatically reset the text box after creation, but I didn't look too hard into that. If you refresh, since those were deleted, it should pull up the next 10, but in hindsight, I can just add some some arrows to paginate through the list of what's still available. I might go back and finish this out, make these cards look all nice and neat. What else? Add some pictures, maybe some sound, who knows. Yeah. Not really a fan of the Mongo. I'm guessing it's called the burn stack, Mongo Express React node. I very much prefer Python and all of its loveliness. It's just so much easier to read for me. It almost reads just like English. Like I can look at somebody else's code, and if they did it right anyway, and didn't name their stuff like E and P and CH or whatever, then I can pretty much start understanding it right away. But with JavaScript, it always takes me a little bit longer. Yeah, fun project. Might come and clean this up. Don't think that I would use MERNstack if I had the choice. As a matter of fact, I believe I experimented with using Django as the backend for a React front end, and at some point I had figured it out. So I might go back through my old projects and see if I can't just do that. I mean, you can still use Mongo database probably, but if I did that, I would probably do it alongside a Django database and their models as well. It's just a lot easier for me. Yeah, that is my project. Yep. Let me see if I can't get one to populate. Nope, I don't know why. And there's no error either. Well, minus the error for continuing to create a Pokemon that's already created. There's no error. You can see that Wriglymurf was created there. Let me see. And you can see this was the API, I think, and this is, I don't know, I think it's just displaying twice since we're in dev mode. Yeah, and this is the form being sent off. But for whatever reason, there is no error, and it doesn't tell me anything. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting null, which is, I don't know, weird. Nothing. So maybe you can tell me how to do both populating the page from the API on the get-go, and also when you create one, it also populate on the page. I could not figure that out. I used everything. I used Google, I used AI, and for whatever reason I could not figure it out. Alright, that is my project. I'll be uploading this soon.